Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor at wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge and CEO at Trout, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of last week's stories and select the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story, DC plans continue to recover, topping $10 trillion in assets in Q2 with $7.2 trillion in 401k plans. They had been over $11 trillion in 2021 and had dipped to $9 trillion in 2022. IRA assets grew to $13 trillion. Combined, they account for 63% of the $36.7 trillion in retirement assets, up from just 50% in 2007, showing the growing importance of participant-directed retirement accounts, especially payroll deducted. Today, nearly $800 billion rolls out of DC plans into IRAs, which may change with the new DOL fiduciary rule expected to be out before the end of the year, and as more plans adopt in-plan retirement income options. Government DB at $8 trillion and private DB at $3.2 trillion remains stagnant. There is a huge opportunity for RPAs as money moves from government DB to DC-like plans as it had done in the private sector. Next story, loan usage continues to drop. Just 16% had an outstanding loan at the end of 2020 compared to an average of 21% from 2009 to 2014. Overall, 29% participants in the sample had taken out a loan from 2016 to 2020. Those numbers were likely higher during the pandemic. Younger participants and those with shorter tenure are more likely to take out a loan. The loans were modest at an average of 4% of the overall account balance. Multiple offenders tend to take out smaller loans. Though not allowing loans could inhibit participation or increase hardship withdrawals, best practices for loans include only one at a time, 6-month waiting period between loans, only hardship loans, and best of all, deploying emergency savings accounts included in Secure 2.0. Next story, though satisfaction with digital experiences, especially mobile apps, have increased for retirement plans according to J.D. Power's 2023 U.S. Retirement Plan Digital Experience Study, it is woefully behind other industries like wealth management, property and casualty, and automobiles. Engagement increased with 47% downloading an app and 38% using it, up from 35% and 27% respectively in 2021. Assets will double for those that give their provider a great digital rating, and people are 3 times more likely to keep their assets in the plan even when they change jobs. Capital Group, the home of American funds, was top rated, followed by Schwab and B of A. If tech giants and fintechs enter the DC market, it will not be as a traditional provider or advisor. It will be through a digital experience, especially a mobile app, likely embedded in one of the consumer apps, which runs circles around the financial services industry, especially retirement plans. Next story, with the average audit cost over $10,000, PAPs have become attractive to smaller plans, but a recent DOL announcement has given smaller plans some relief, which may slow PAP adoption. Previously, plans with 101 eligible participants were required to get an audit, Going forward, only participants with an account balance are counted, and smaller plans that do not exceed 120 participants will not be required to get an audit. Finally, at a recent TPSU program, ERISA attorney and former DOL examiner Jody Green riveted plan sponsor attendees with her top 10 compliance traps, just as Carl Engstrom, a plaintiff's attorney who has brought multiple lawsuits, did at a TPSU program this past June. I cover their presentations in my most recent column, recommending advisors not to focus too much on the industry's shiny objects like ESG funds, managed accounts, retirement income, and PEPs. Plan sponsors still want the basics, and they value and trust advisors that train and educate them and their committees. So those were the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few others that I thought were worth reading. Please let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking with you next week on 401k Real Talk.